G'day guys, welcome to How to Play the Head Pro Way, hole number 13 here at Windaroo Lakes. Hole number 13 is a long par 5 off the black tees at 521 metres. That's around about that 570 odd yards. And from the blue tees it still measures around that 500 metre mark. Guys, so the hole's a tough hole. Let's not kid ourselves, it's a tough hole. Once you get your tee shot in play, it's still tough from there on in. But the important thing really is to get your tee shot in play. So when we stand on the blue tee, I like my players to firstly tee it up on the right hand side. Simple reason being, we're hitting away from the majority of the danger. Yes, there's out of bounds on the left hand side there, but it's far less intimidating to most than it is seeing this water up the right hand side. So we start off by teeing it on the right hand side. Secondly, I've lasered the garden bed in the distance, that's 200 metres away. If you happen to hit the ball into the garden bed, you do get relief from that. So again, it's a great target line to go towards. Hit it down the left hand side, take it at the garden bed. If it happens to go in, you're going to get a free drop. If you happen to move the ball left to right in the air, from that particular spot there, you're going to find that it's the widest part of the fairway. You have to be along here. Taking it just to the right of the garden bed means you're going to be way down past it, and again, that fairway widens up quite significantly past that point. So when I'm playing the hole, guys, I'm taking my driver, I'm teeing it up on the right hand side, and my start line is just inside of the garden bed there. Okay, so fairly common for one of my tee shots is, again, we start it up, right hand side of the pampas grass. I know that I'm going to turn the ball over right to left, and more often than not, this is an area that I finish in. Again, I'm taking a safe option when I play that shot. I'm taking the water out of play, and I generally know that if I get over into this area here, I'm going to get past the grass, I'm going to have a wide enough shot here. It just happens to be today I'm sitting into this little area of GUR, and again, guys, this is really important. We take the appropriate drop here, okay? So theme from holes past, we've got the white GUR lines here. The easiest thing to do would be to look and go, oh, the grass is closer, I can take my drop over on this side. However, I have to have a quick look here, and I can see that my white GUR line over on that side is about 4 or 5 paces. My GUR line on this side is 3 paces. Because I don't want to be taking the drop in this area here. If I can take a drop over there, I've got a fairly clean swipe up towards the green. However, per the rules of golf, I'm going to have to take my drop over in the slightly less desirable area, but what is the correct area. So I'm going to be taking my drop there, and I'm going to talk you through the process of what I'm now thinking, and I've put myself into the position that's a little bit less than ideal. Okay guys, so we've taken a drop. The important thing for me now is understanding the pin colour location. So we've got a red flag today, it's the most accessible, so I'm pretty happy about that. However, I need to understand what colour flag I have, because I have to figure out the layup I'm going to have. There's no point in me chipping out a layup to be just in between the 100 and 150 metre post, and then finding out I've got a blue flag, and all of a sudden that approach shot is now 20 to 25 metres longer than I had anticipated. So with that in mind, I know it's a red flag. The 100 metre post would leave me 110 yards to the middle of the green. I need to hit it 171 yards. So from here, guys, I can take my 7-iron, shut the face down a little bit, and just get a low hook. I'm expecting it's going to hit the ground and roll. Even in this morning dew, the ball will roll out a little bit. And ideally, it will lead me around that 100 metre post, which will lead me a sand iron into the green. So when you guys get to a situation, let's say you're over in the tree line or you're in the rough, have a think about where the pin location is, and more importantly, what club would you like to be hitting in for your third shot, because that's when we're going to be trying to hit close to hopefully pick a birdie. Worst case scenario, make an easy par. So let's use a quick bit of advice for you players that are watching. If you're trying to hit the ball low with a little bit of shape on it, first of all, make sure the ball's back in the stance, but not too far back. The further back the ball gets, the more the club face will just stay open, the more you're likely to block it. So I've got my 7-iron here, I'm going to place it just back of centre of the stance. A little bit of slope that I'm hitting off here, so I'm going to be leaning forward with the slope. That's going to help bring my flight down, ensure that I don't hit this tree that's in front of me. And what's really important is, I'm actually going to try and abbreviate my follow through. And the reason being is, again, I'm trying to keep that club low, I'm trying to keep my handle ahead of the golf ball to keep the flight down. And I feel personally that when I abbreviate that follow through, I stop myself letting the club head get too much in front of the hands on the way through, which can be a common problem for many golfers, and that elevates the flight. So trying to hit this shot, we're going to hit the little low hooky round and try and get inside that 100 metre post as we discussed. the golf ball back just slightly of centre, lean forward. We'll go slightly down the grip on this instance. I'm going to try and feel that the club head is slightly closed on the way back. I'm going to try to abbreviate that follow through and see if we can get the ball back into position. We hit that one pretty much perfect. When we get down there, just skipped over the path. Perfect. So back in the fairway. Guys, that's a really quick tip if you want to try to play a low shot out of the trees, hit that sort of low punchy shot, trying to get a bit more control. We don't need to blast it as hard as we can. We do need to remember a few of those keys and you hit those shots a lot better. Okay, so we played the layup out of the trees, got ourselves back into play. Guys, I can't stress how important that is. If you do find yourself in a position where you're slightly out of position, the important thing is to get the ball back in play, deal with the hole from there. Again, as I said earlier on, we've got a red flag, so we're pretty fortunate. It's a pretty accessible flag. But should it have been a blue flag here today, the shot type of play is actually pretty different. So playing a red flag, I've just lasered it, we've got 91 yards, okay? So for myself, I can just hit 3/4 sand on, 3/4 56 degree, okay? This goes 99 yards pretty comfortably. So we'll just take a little bit off of that today, okay? We can be aggressive with this particular shot. However, as silly as this next part might sound, if the flag is a blue flag, even though I'm within inside the 100-metre post, I'm actually playing a little bit less aggressive. As many of you would know, we just don't want to be going long. So front flag, I'd actually play a higher flighted shot in, so we'll take the 56 and hit it a bit higher. If we were playing to a back flag, and it could be around a pretty solid number for me to hit a full swing, I'm actually going to go upper club, flight the ball down and deliberately try to land it in the middle of the green and let it roll up a little bit. I'll always accept a good 5 on this hole when it's a blue flag. Again though, red flags, so today we're going to try and make ourselves a birdie. So 91 yards, we're going to make sure we try to get past the flag. Front bunker guards the green. The important thing is get past, so taking plenty of club to ensure that we do that. Okay, far from my best wedge, but what I'm pretty pleased with is within a yard or so of pin height. So can't stress enough how important it is for a golfer in general, course of play, try and get the ball pin high as often as possible. Saying that, we've got a birdie putt, and let's see if we can grab another birdie in the video series.